folks, another video, a bit different this time. It's harping on going back a bit. I did a video quite a while back on about goths being creative and some of the things we could create, and I looked at one or two of these bits I'd made, which are collars that you can wear. They don't have to be serious. You might be really into collars, you might not. Most of these are made from leather belts that I get, and unlike some people that can wear these pretty wide ones with blooming great spikes, I can't. They have to be about that size, otherwise I look down and go, oh, yeah, digs in. And I've seen some people with some pretty thick ones, or 1, 2, 3 attached together with spikes. I think, do you go around like that all day? They just got a longer neck. This is probably my favourite belt with the little skulls on. All that was on there. I just added this bit and this bit. But that's the one I wear mostly. I like that. Second favourite probably is this one that I actually made before that one. Same belt with just 2 of those on. But yeah, that's probably my second favourite. Other bits like bits for your cuffs, your wrists. So this probably come from a charity shop and had the small studs, but I added the spiky bits, which is good. But if it's nice weather and I'm off out like this, that's good. If you got a flipping coat on with long arms or something, it's not so good trying to get that in your flipping coat sleeve. So yeah, if you want to wear this sort of things with a coat, you probably don't want to put the really tall spikes on them. It doesn't sort of go. And you'll see some totally flipping different things here. Bought this the other day and I cut it. I cut about 4 or 5 inches or something off. Maybe about that long. It's too bloody long. And I really think this was a bondage strap for something. Yeah. If you look at it, it's really thick and solid, and there's a loop on it. You probably know more than me. But it makes a flipping really lovely chunky wristband, and I dare say if there's any room left when it's on my wrist, could put a couple of studs on there, but probably not. So the bits come from all over here. Another charity shop one similar to the other, but just 2 tall studs on it. This one I actually bought. See that? So when I actually bought this, there was, I think it was 3 silver bullets each side, 3 maybe 4. But they weren't put in very well, so I actually lost one that shot out. So I took the others off because they had little rings on them. You can put them on something. And I put 6 spikes in either side. So that was making a good job of a bad job. This I bought the other day. It was going cheap. It's a budgie. Can't remember what I bought this for. £3 I think. And she said it It's new, but it said it needs polishing up a bit, which it does because it's a bit dull. But I'm not quite sure what it is. It's too small for me because by about that. On the wrist, oh, well, on my arm, right at the top, it'd probably fit. No good round the wrist. Left to be a bloody giant, but it was worth buying. So yeah, that one. I'm not too keen on all the light on it, all the studs, but there you go. This one was made from a different belt, and it's got two big spikes either side, and on the two, near the two inner spikes, there's a ring on it near each one. At the front there's two more hanging, so that looks a bit like that. Why the two spikes there? Because like I said, if I put them any closer, I'd go, ah. I actually bought this one. It's a more feminine one, I suppose, but it's too small for me anyway. This one I've had for a long time. It's leather with leather strand crisscrossed in there. What I do with that one, something like patchouli oil or whatever is taking me fancy at the time, I'll sort of go along and just go along all those strands with it, and then stick it somewhere so it dries, and for days or a week or two really pongs. In fact, it's been months since I put any on here, and I can smell it, and that's a pepper one, black pepper. Oh yes, it's nice. And the other one, again, two spikes well apart and three rings. Now the difference is, when you don't throw them around, these sort of things, these sort of things, I've said before, these rings, if you look in charity shops, sometimes you see women's belts with loads of rings. It's just made up of rings. There's no leather of it, it's just all rings. Well, the amount of rings you get, you can use for whatever you want. Charity shop belts, which cost £1 or something. These spikes on Amazon, oh yeah, peanuts. They're really, really flipping cheap. The only thing to be careful, these spikes are smaller ones. There's a little screw that you push through the leather and then that goes on, but it takes a fair distance for that screw to go into the spike to catch. So even if you got something that thick, you've somehow got to bang it until that gets thin enough to, and then push till it sort of catches, because especially if the leather's got back in. So the thinner the leather, the better. And at the same time, you probably don't flipping swelter like I was doing. It really is a flipping hot evening. Yeah. The other thing, I wasn't going to talk about this, but maybe some of you saw it the other day. A black cat that I bought. It was sitting in the charity shop window looking out at me. Now this is flipping strange. It is really weird. I put it down there at the side of the chair and it sits there because I couldn't think of anywhere else for it, so I put it there, so it's been there. The times I don't have a cat apart from that and the animatronic one. The times I'm doing something and I catch that and react like there was a flipping cat there. And not long before I did the video, this was this one. This phone, I was doing something that actually dropped and it dropped on it and I've got, oh, sorry. It just flipped, it's like a flipping cat. It's really flipping sort of nice but creepy. And the last thing really was this. If you know, we're talking about creating stuff yourself, you can go out and buy stuff. Some stuff you can find, some you can't. It's all in there. But it can be anything. These are plastic, so it can be plastic. I think if you get clear glass, even better, because when you pull these sort of bling, when you pull these stickers off front and back, it does leave you with a problem that you only get the sticky bit off that it leaves behind. But this one is hand gel. It's a different shape to the one I'm going to show you. But what I did was I took the labels off this one, screwed the top off, and then somewhere all of you have got little tiny black plastic spiders or something. You use at Halloween and anything. Well, you can probably go away till next Halloween because you just look like little spiders. Well, get a bottle like that, take the top off and push them in, and they'll stay suspended in the gel. This is sanitizer and gel. So you could put this into a glass bottle that's got a top like that. Yeah, so there you go. I don't know if you see it properly. They look like little spiders that have fallen in there and they've suspended themselves. So you can put one, you can put two, you can put three or so, especially if they're smaller ones. And then you put it in your bathroom or the kitchen or whatever, there on the side, on the sink or whatever. And you know what it is, but you're going to get some guest that comes in and goes, oh my bloody giddy ant, a freaking spider, I'm not going to pick that thing up. So if nothing else, they're not going to nick whatever you got in the bottle. Like I'm saying, with that, what you can do is, as you're running out, you can get the new bottle, take that off, fill that back up. Or if you want to use a totally new bottle, you're not going to get it back out the top, so you're probably going to have to cut through there and dig them out and push them in the new bottle. That's why I'm saying probably a glass one is a lot better. But that's hand sanitizer. Use your imagination as to what you can stick them in. But hand sanitizer's good because it's thick and they do suspend in there. And they were a little bit further up. I've probably banged it around a bit and they've danced to the bottom. But yeah, a little tip if you want to make something look a little bit different to just the mundane effect. So there you go, folks. Just have a look at one or two of my bits and a little tip there. Don't think there's any other ones. No, that's your bloody lot. So have fun. There'll be a little bit at the end of this again about the S.O.P.H.I.E calendar. It'll look a bit different this time. 15 days to go on this section of the project. So if you do want a calendar, 15 days to get in there, because sort of it's getting ready now to be sorted out and sent out to all of those that have actually bought one. So for those that have, thank you very much. For those that are going to, thank you very much. For those that haven't but made a donation, thank you very much. It's all for a good cause. So folks, have a good evening, have a good day tomorrow. Don't do or do what I would do. Choice is yours. Catch you later.